Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Some Like It Cold quest. Now, for this quest you need the following requirements. So you must have completed the prequel quest, the Hunt for Red Raktua, and you need these skill requirements: 65 fishing, 56 crafting, 50 construction, and 50 thieving. And you're also going to need a crafting table 4 in your player-owned house. That requires level 42 construction, so you will be able to make it. And only materials you need for that is you need to have a crafting table 3 and then upgrade it with 2 oak planks. And it will make a bit of sense a bit further on in this quest why you need that. Other than that, there are no items you actually need for this quest at all, or weapon or armor or anything like that, so you can literally bring nothing with you. Anyways, enough about that, now onto the quest starting point. So, we are currently at the R-Zone Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network, and the quest starting point is by speaking to Chuck, who is the polar bear in the R-Zone Zoo, who you remember from the previous quest, so we're going to head there now. So when you speak to him, choose the option about the quest and he'll tell you that his agent Teddy was caught spying on the penguins while gathering information about Larry and was made a prisoner of Walrus, and Chuck will give you a ransom letter to read from the Walrus. You'll now be notified to find the seals in Relica near the rock crabs, and you can speak to Chuck again for a teleport to the Relica dock. So you want to wake up the seal near the rock crabs on the beach and choose the option I'm looking for a polar bear, and he'll become uncooperative. Next, choose the option how can I entertain you and use the jump for joy or dance emote, and then talk to the seal again. Ask about the penguins and then about his band, and he'll explain where all the penguins live and tell you that his favourite band is oppressed by some guard. So using Larry's old boat, which is the one we've used in the previous quest, we want to travel to the iceberg, and when you arrive you want to approach Ping and Pong, who are standing right next to the landing spot. So Ping and Pong will inform you they were not fooled by your penguin suit, and a humorous dialogue will follow, and after speaking with them you'll be asked to make a rock costume and a pop costume in the war room in the Penguin Glacier, or in a crafting table in your player-owned house, and they'll provide you with the following materials. So you have two choices here. You can use your crafting table 4 in your player-owned house if you do have one. If not, you're going to need to actually go into the penguin base itself, similar to like you've done in the previous quests, but I'm sure the main majority of you will have the crafting table, so we'll go with that option. So travel to your player-owned house, use your crafting table 4 to make the rock costume and pop costume. And once you have these outfits, you want to return back to Ping and Pong to give them the suits. So once you've given Ping and Pong the suits, you want to return to the seals and wake up the sleeping seal again to activate a cutscene. After the cutscene, talk to the seal again to be transported to the Walrus camp. You cannot wear any items or have anything in your inventory, but at this point you will be given the option to bank your items if you have anything with you. So when you arrive at the camp, talk to Teddy, who is the bear in a clown suit, and then talk to Larry, who's in his penguin costume. Return to Teddy to talk to him, and then you want to go speak to Noodle, who's located south, nearby the gate. After this, you want to attempt to enter the building that the Walrus is in, which is located in the south east of the gate, and this will initiate a short monologue by the Walrus. So take the bat in a box from outside the walrus's house and then encourage Teddy and Bouncer, which is the seal at the southeastern part with the other seals, and Ping and Pong to make enough noise to get the walrus out of the tent. So what you want to do is continue clicking on all 4 characters, maintaining their sound levels for a couple of minutes. The characters' bars should all be blue. So you want to just keep basically going around and keep encouraging them to keep the bar blue, and after 3 angry dialogues from the walrus, he will grow increasingly annoyed and then eventually will approach the penguins to complain. When he walks outside, you want to click through his dialogue until your character says you should go inside and get the egg. Enter the tent and then steal from the table to get the egg. Walk out and give it to Larry. You then want to talk to Teddy after that, and he'll ask you to talk to all 6 unnamed penguins to gather ideas on how to escape. So for the penguins, there are 4 wandering around in the central area, 1 hidden between the buildings to the left of Larry, and 1 in the northeast corner near a fishing hole. And then you want to report back to Teddy after you spoke to all 6 penguins. So he'll tell you to talk to the older penguin, who turns out to be Plaza, the chess playing penguin by the kitchen. And Plaza will give you a list on how to make Battlefish, a battleship style board game. So these are the steps for gathering the supplies for the game set. So you want to fish in the hole in the northeast for a shark tooth and a squid. You want to take the board from the wood scrap pile north of the kitchen. You want to search the kitchen for olive oil, a popsicle tray and a hammer. Talk to Teddy to get a checkered piece of cloth. And then search the shelves in the southwest washroom to get a light and a corkscrew. So in total you need a shark tooth, squid, a board, olive oil, popsicle tray, hammer, checkered piece of cloth, light and a corkscrew. So once you have all these supplies, you need to use the light on the olive oil to make an unmoulded soap. Use the unmoulded soap on the popsicle tray. Use the squid on the popsicle tray to colour half the pieces black. Use the hammer on the soap to carve it into game pieces. Use the ripped fabric on the board to make a game board. And then take the game board back to Plaza and he will then give you the blueprints to the submarine. So give the blueprints to Teddy and he'll tell you there is a problem with the engine, and after going through some dialogue you want to return to Astoria and ask for her help, and she will only provide help if you defeat her in a game of Battlefish. So if you've played Battleship, this should be relatively easy. It's exactly the same. So the shortest piece in this game is 3 squares, therefore you should space your shots out by 2 apart vertically and horizontally to ensure you try and get each ship. Now if you land a hit, you want to check the squares to the north, south, east and west of it until you get another hit, and then continue that way until you've actually sunk one of the ships. And as long as you keep repeating that process, you'll find it's quite easy to complete this game. Now if Astoria says "ha, you miss," it's an indication that one of her battlefish is close to your last shot, usually around 2 to 3 spaces away from it. Now if you happen to fail but have hit a battlefish, the battlefish will be in the same spot when you restart. So, after defeating Astoria in Battlefish, you want to go to the Circus Supply Storage building directly south. Search the Circus Prop Crate to recover Circus Props, which is a single inventory item, and then return to Teddy, and you'll then have to repair the engine of the submarine. So select the bowling pin and use it on the lever opening, select the hula hoop and use it on the broken valve wheel, select the circus plate and use it on the pressure gauge, select the foam finger and use it on the pressure gauge, use the purple handkerchief on the broken pipe, select the balloon and use it on the metal wire in your supply box, creating an insulated wire, and then use the insulated wire on the wire box. So this final bit of the quest is a little bit tricky, but it's not overly difficult once you've got the hang of it. So what you basically are doing, you're escaping from the enemy camp, and what you need to do is play a game of Battlefish while also keeping an eye on the health of your sub by assigning the different workers to different parts. Now it's paramount you keep your workers assigned to fixing the sub, as the different bars will decrease if no worker is assigned to them. So you should keep an eye on the characters, as their spawning rate is quite fast, and as soon as you see that they have regained the ability to work again, which is a full blue bar, you can then assign them to another role. So while you keep assigning the characters to different parts of the submarine to keep the health up, you need to continue to play Battlefish while doing this. To return to the board, you can do this by looking through the periscope in the left room. Teddy will alert you when it's your turn, but if you are too busy assigning roles or simply not on the game screen, you'll randomly fire a spot on the board if someone is assigned to the torpedoes. Now over time the submarine will gradually lose health. Getting hit will decrease your sub's maximum health. You can regain health by repairing the ship where needed, but once your maximum health decreases, there's no way to get it back up unless you die or log out. The health bar is reset for every SEAL ship you destroy. So if you happen to die, you will appear in front of the Grim Reaper with Ping and Pong, and after a short dialogue, leave through the portal and you'll appear near the boat. So you travel to the iceberg, wake the sleeping SEAL to return the sub, where you'll start over. So overall, it's not really that difficult. The main thing is just to keep coming away from the game board, just to keep assigning roles to the different characters, just to not let the ship's stats go down. And if you use the same tactic as you did in the previous game of Battlefish, you'll find it's fairly easy to do. So when you destroy all of the enemy ships, you'll be taken back to Ardone Zoo, and after a short cutscene it will come up, "Congratulations, you completed Some Like It Cold." Your reward is 1 quest point, 40,000 crafting and fishing experience, 10,000 construction and thieving experience, access to a new thieving event in the circus, rock and pop costumes for the Clockwork Penguin, extension to Penguin Hide and Seek, which will consist of a new 3-point Penguin Spy. You'll also get 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So there we go, quest complete. Not really an overly difficult quest, obviously just a few different game bits to be doing. The Battlefish game is not really that difficult if you have played Battleship before. It's literally the same sort of principles to it, so you shouldn't find that bit overly difficult. The only tricky bit's kind of at the end, when you have to keep sort of coming away from the game board and assigning roles to the characters, but after a few attempts you'll easily do it. So as for the rewards, they're pretty decent, especially the experience rewards, and the other sort of unlockables for the different weekly events are pretty handy. So obviously there's the circus that can be completed every week, so you'll now have a thieving act that you'll be able to perform in, and to do that, when you're in the circus, you want to go and find Teddy, who is the polar bear in the quest, and you'll be asked to do 5 different sort of thieving tricks, and you'll be given thieving experience depending on how well you perform them. And then for the additional penguin in the penguin hide and seek activity, so this one's a little bit trickier. So basically you'll be able to spy on a shadow realm penguin, but you'll also require a ring of visibility in order to see it, and the penguin is able to travel across water and all that, unlike the ones or the normal ones, so it does make finding them a little bit trickier. So obviously depending on how good you are at penguin hunting will depend on how much you'll actually utilise that reward or not. But overall, you shouldn't have any problems with this guide. If you do get stuck, however, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best as I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.